Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the John Went Walking channel. This is just a wrap up of my Green Swamp West Track long hike this morning. This is the longest hike I've been out on since my hernia surgery. I was out for about 2.5 hours this morning with temps up into the low 80s. I had plenty of water. I had my Zephyr Hills water with me. It was all good. Please excuse the background. I'm right out here at the north terminus of the east track of the Green Swamp, and you can see the sign behind me. And if you step out here on the 471, that's why you're going to hear the cars going by and the trucks going by out here to 471. If you make a right and go about a quarter mile up there across the bridge, about 3/10 of a mile, you leave Polk County, go into Sumter County, and then there's a little parking spot there on the left side of the road, a little parking area. I shouldn't say little. I'm sure there were about 15-20 cars in there this morning. But it's the trailhead for the west track of the Green Swamp, and that's where I left from this morning. But I wanted to come back down here and make the video. Either way, we're going to be right beside the road, so I can't do a whole lot about that. But I thought it would be a nice wrap up this morning. And I got my Florida Trail Guide with me. Of course, I had the app with me out there on the trail this morning, so I knew exactly where I was all the time. And the previous video, the 4 videos prior to this one on my YouTube channel, document that trek through the west track of the Green Swamp this morning. So if you want to check them out, it's the 4 videos prior to this one. So they're part 1, 2, 3, 4, west track of the Green Swamp, and it's the McNeil entrance to the Green Swamp, and there is camping, and I actually saw maybe about 6 or 8 hikers out there this morning. I saw a couple on the way out, and then I saw about 4 or 5 on the way. I mean, on the way out when I was moving north. And then when I turned around and came back, I saw about 4 or 6 more on the way back, hikers. And there's a Boy Scout area out there. I wanted to just kind of sum up like how it went, because it is really today. Last week I posted it was my longest post hernia Thru-Hike hike since the surgery, which was about 2 months ago now, almost 2 months. And this coming week will be 2 months. So it's the longest hike that I've been out on. And plus we've got the weather really warming up, like we're definitely back into the low 80s here right now, the beginning of the second week of Feb. So this was a little bit more of a good test for me to be out there. Now I took plenty of water. I had lots of water with me, and I took my time. I'm not carrying a pack, but I'm still, I went out in long sleeves and pants because I just usually hike in long sleeves and pants. But, as we move into the summer, I'm going to have to find a little bit different wardrobe. I'm not sure what I'm going to wear, but lighter, thinner pants, maybe like some of my old military pants are kind of thin and rugged, and then find a more cooler type shirt to wear out there. I like the long sleeves so I don't get bit, or just so different, I'm not scraping against things, that sort of thing. I like to wear long sleeves out there and long pants, but they definitely need to be thinner and cooler. Today was a warm day, and as I stand here, it's just continues to warm up. We're into almost the early, around lunchtime, around 12:30 here in Central Florida. So anyway, it was a beautiful day out there. If you take a look at the trail footage, you're going to see that the trail was wide open. Like there are a lot of down trees out here in Central Florida because of the hurricane last fall. We had a major hurricane come through here, so of course there's lots blown over out here, but it's very cleared out. Like the trail maintainers have done an incredible job out here. There was only one area where there was actually a huge tree blown over the trail, and it has been, the hikers have already made their way around it, so there's like a little path all the way around it, so you're never more than just feet off of the main Florida trail. Perfectly clear. This is the kind of trail, and the reason I'm doing this is because I've said it before with you guys know why the YouTube channel's here, to document my training for my preparation for my Florida Trail Thru-Hike coming up in January of 26. So that's what this is. I'm trying to document my training and preparation. And so this is a very positive thing for me, being out there on the actual trail that I'm going to be hiking through, and just seeing how passable it really is. You know, I did get one kick out of it this morning. You know, I have that Far Out app, which is wonderful. You guys know I love this book, The Florida Trail Guide, and I've plugged it many times. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. It's Sandra Friend and John Keatley. They published it, and I just love it. Lots of information here about the Florida Trail. But the Far Out app is I love that too, because I'm carrying it with me in my pocket all the time. You don't have to be online, like there's an offline, like you download it. I think I paid $40, and I think that's forever. I think I get to keep it. You know, I'm sure they probably update it too as time goes by if it needs updated. But anyway, when you're out there, you have that Far Out app, and you know exactly where you are, and you can even check the elevation. So it kind of cracked me up. I got out there a ways, and one of the stops, I stopped out there at the 8 Mile Loop, and I was changing the video or something, and I looked at the Far Out app, and I noticed I was looking down over like this old pond, this old little sinkhole, but you know, pond of water, and even as dry as it's been, there's still some water out there in it, you know, in February, so it's pretty wet out there, right? So I looked down in it and I'm thinking, wow, this is pretty good. I'm almost like on a hill or something. So I looked at the Far Out app, and it said I was at 96 feet elevation, and I don't know, for some reason that just cracked me up. You know, I was actually walking up this hill, and I was thinking, wow, this is almost a hill. You know, it's sunny, hot, humid, I'm sweating, all that stuff, and it's like I'm climbing, almost like I'm climbing a real hill. So I get up there and look at the elevation, and it's 96 feet. So I don't know why that cracked me up. It might be a Florida thing. You know, I know if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, anywhere else up and down the East Coast or out west, and you're watching and you're going like 96 feet, man, I climb further than that to get to my coffee in the morning or something. But no, I don't know why. So I got a kick out of it. So it's just kind of the little things that I still enjoy. And even, you know, I'm kind of in the latter parts of my life here. You know, 63 years old, and I'm not in that old running shape anymore. Like, you know, pounding out marathons, running 100-mile runs, running 50-milers, going up to JFK. You know, doing a marathon on the weekend just for fun, for training, just a training run, but a marathon. And I'm not in that part of my life anymore. I'm at the part where, you know, I've been through a hip replacement. Everything's just a little bit older. I'm a little bit heavier. You know, I'm 25 pounds heavier than I need to be out there on the trail. So, you know, I got a few things going against me, but man, I am so motivated to get this right and take on this challenge. And that's exactly what it is for me. It's a challenge. And so I enjoyed bringing it's the Green Swamp West Track. I enjoyed bringing it to you this morning. Last week or the week before, I posted the East Track on there, and it's just a good opportunity if somebody is not here in the area to take a look, because I do post point to point. Like, I'm not cutting the video, picking out the prettiest spots or anything like that. You're getting point to point. And because this morning I made 4 of them, it's quite a little, you know, it's a little ways through there that you get to take a look at point to point and see how it looks going through. And you're going to be amazed at how clean it looks, how clear it looks, how passable it is. The Florida Trail, you know, I can't say enough about the man, whoever runs the Florida Trail. Like, I don't know any of them. I don't know any of these guys, right? I mean, I wish I could meet them and say thank you. I'm sure someday I'll bump into them coming or going somewhere, you know, along the way. But I tell you, it is so well marked everywhere that I've been. And the West Track up there is no exception at all. It's just as clean and clear and passable as it can be. Even if you're not a through hiker, grab yourself a couple of bottles of water. You know, you come up 98 out of Lakeland, you hop on 471 North, and you come up here to the Polk County Sumter line, and you're at the north end. This behind me is the north end of the East Track of the green swamp area. This is the north end of it. This is where you come out on the north end, and then you go across. You just hop on this little road here. You hop up the road there about a quarter mile, 3/10 of a mile, and on the left side, that's the trailhead for the west track of the green swamp. So that's where I'm at. I'm right between them, and I just wanted to bring this wrap-up video to you this morning. I appreciate everybody for being here. What a wonderful day it is. How blessed are we that we have our health, we're able to be out moving, and I never take it for granted. I'm grateful for every single day, and I'm grateful for every single one of you. I wish you all the best, and I'll be coming to you again real soon. You all have a wonderful day.